Hey guys, it's me, Little Sunshine, coming with you for another reading from the Doreen Virtue Angel Therapy card deck. I'll try to make it a short intro. I did Aries and it was almost 10 minutes long, so we're at my new house. It's fabulous. I love you. Here we are. Let's go. But yeah, we're moved in, my Tauruses, to our new time and space. And we're here with your card. I just want to jump right in because I actually want to pull you guys another card. Because these were pulled a week ago. So it's for your now. This is kind of our Halloween edition, rolling into November too. So however you want to best apply the message, I'm kind of gonna, I think I'm gonna label it as the Halloween November Tarot or Angel card readings. So you guys you got the Ascended Masters. These are your highest of guides. They're watching over you this month. Perfect time during this Halloweeny area. People, I think, are kind of drawn to this type of stuff too, more during this Halloween, spooky kind of time. And I always ask too, if you're scared of ghosts or you're scared of spirits, or if you actually saw one, and because I used to do that, I used to sit in my bed and I'd want to see ghosts, I'd really want to see these ghosts, and yeah. Then I'd think oh my god, what if I actually saw one? And I'd think I'd start seeing a shape and stuff kind of form, or I always see these little balls of light moving by and stuff, and I like the balls of light, that's not scary to me. Black blob kind of moving around gets freaky. So I always ask are you good entity or bad? And then send it away if it's bad. But Ascended Masters, we call upon kind of our highest spirits and our highest angels, our highest self. They're all up there. Living on other planes, here to help you, and they love you more than anything, and they want you to know that, and that you're not just here alone, you're not here doing this by yourself. You have an army of spirit guides and masters, and you're one of them. This is, if time exists, you in the future sort of thing, helping yourself back now, and they're here with you. And they want you to know it's all going to be okay. So if you did come in with kind of a question or a problem, it's going to be okay, you have your masters here working for you. And I do want to show you this card too, because it is so especially beautiful, how they, they have Jesus and kind of all these really big spiritual leaders. So it's just a card that really does show, that's what I've always loved. I haven't had a religion my whole life. I've always said I'm spiritual. I like that stuff. I said it even before I knew what it meant. I'm just going around oh yeah, I don't, really dig the whole Jesus thing because of the church kind of gives you weird vibes. But so I've always loved the artifacts and stuff though, of just a Jesus or a Buddha or whoever you want to get in there and whoever you want to worship, you pray to them. So just pray to this ascended power, this, embody it, and ask it to come down with you and be with you, especially in your times of need. So when all else can kind of seem lost or anything, especially time to just call on for that extra strength, your army, your little posse that you want with you, and they're going to help you out. So I did promise I want to get you another card because I like pulling them. I had to write them. I have deadlines and I hate deadlines. And then we were moving and stuff, and we're focusing on another message for Taurus to hear right now for their Halloween November month ahead, and to go along with our Ascended Masters. That's more than the one. We get Goddess. So how awesome is that? Just to go along with these Ascended Masters. Maybe we're going to focus more on this feminine energy. I love that it's Goddess. Let's read. Express your divine feminine energy, embracing its magical intuition and nurturing qualities. So whether that is ourselves, being more nurturing towards others, being there for people, find that softness, not that just we go through our lives and we're just you know, ugh, stomping through on some days and just like not even acknowledging the beauty of every person that we meet. And I'm guilty too. Sometimes it's just like, wow, I was rude to that person and like it had nothing to do with them. And I'm like, it's like, I'm sorry. And like, if you can spot that, like if you can, like if you spot your words and your actions, um, that's so much of the battle is to be able to like acknowledge that it's like, wow, I wasn't being mindful that day. Now let's slow it down, recenter, meditate, and like now we can really go on with our day too. And like um, calling upon, I think especially how we were talking the angels, if you know you have a specific angel that you like to pray to, or if it's like this feminine energy, or maybe a past grandmother or mother or sister, some sort of like a feminine person that you miss. Like I always talk to my grandma. Um, I moved back to Michigan 3 years ago, and um, she had passed away right before I actually got to move back. And like it was one of those things. I guess to preface that story is like I was kind of moving back to Michigan because my mom was getting kind of sick, and then I you know, it was one of those I can't I can't deal with if anything happened to her feelings. I'm being pulled to Michigan. Let's go. But yeah, like 2 weeks before we got there, her twin sister passed away, and I was like, oh my god, like Aunt Bluey. They were always Bluey and Pinky. These cats and their energy. But not 3 days later, and this just shows you that strong connection of not of just souls. We'll just say souls. They were twin sisters, but like you know when like a grandparent or somebody passes away, a lot of the times it's not too far after that somebody else joins them because they were just so soul connected. But yeah, 3 days later, my grandma passed. So she's definitely that energy that I'm always like I invite it in. She's that soft, nurturing energy that I just love to have around me. And it in those times of like sadness or grief, which we want to acknowledge, like grief is never like bad. We're allowed to have those sad emotions and stuff. I wish that you could see them. They're literally, there's a staircase right over here, and they're like bouncing around like tigers playing with each other. They're little soul companions. But yeah, so just again, if that's a specific person that you're kind of wanting to contact, especially in this time of like Halloween, like invite them in and throw away fear, throw away like any spookiness of it. Like just they're there for you, they're here to help. I want you to see the cards again, just sit with them, have a nice little meditation after this, and go on with your days, guys, and go into the month knowing that you do have, I'm here for you, everybody's here for you, and it's not like you against the world. So I love you guys. I hope you have a great month, a great Halloween, and I'll see you again next month.